hairpins. The downhill turn 3. It's quite a technical track.
Downhill turn 3 is probably the hardest corner. The others, it's literally find your brake marker, hit it every lap.
Yeah.
Just check if you can see the
The stream.
stream.
The other thing though, with the track choices, there's a lot less corners on this than some other tracks.
I see most of them went for the TT.
Yeah, the TT is a bit understeery, so...
Oh, someone's spinning.
You said the stream's live, Josh?
Yeah.
Let me just double check quickly. There we go. Okay. Let's see it.
Mrs. Donkey's in a RCZ, whereas I heard she was going to be in a Lambo.
Yeah, my wife's in the Lambo.
Parky. Okay. Also, I made Mrs. Catino a quick delivery earlier because Dino asked nicely.
Okay, Josh, stream looks fine, eh? I just can't check the volume. Hold on a sec. Yeah, say something, guys.
Hello.
Something.
Welcome, Vanna.
Vanna, how's the quality of the stream on your side?
The stream looks great, but the quality looks perfect. Obviously a bit of a delay, but that's expected. That's normal.
It's normally about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
We have 5 people watching, so it's myself. I'm assuming one's Vanna, but
It would have been me, but I think I exited.
Whoever else is in the chat, in the stream,
say how's
leave
it.
a welcome
So
message in the chat. There we go. I'll get there eventually.
Hello, Stefan.
Many a donkey.
Is that donkey?
Yeah, fastest donkey in the east or west.
Fastest donkey from the east to the west.
Nee, daai is 'n grap, liefie. Relax.
Look, Mom. Now we got the mermaid.
Get some. Display all. That should be fine. Vanna, did you guys get the details I sent, right?
The what?
The details from the survey.
Yeah, we got it. Thanks, Josh.
Okay, cool.
We're battle to read my stream and your data sheet, but we'll give it a try. Should actually have my laptop here, but then I'm going to be running 3 devices at once. I don't know if I can multitask that well.
The Night Prophet just showed his wife a little lap there.
Yeah, that 38.6.
I can't even hit that.
I did one test lap in the WRX earlier, and I did a 37. So I'm sure you would be able to get into the 36s or 35s. Well, probably most of the pool 1, pool 2 gents would be in that area.
A couple of people have left the room.
I think it's that time that scared them.
There is one last one here.
See, Mrs. Slayer, Tracy Ann began tonight. I was saying the McGann for Mrs. Slayer, Jade's wife.
Okay.
Currently in P6, pink and white with a little bow. We all know that's Jade's design. Not surprising, Miss K1300s in the TT, because we all know Valentino's done about
Valentino loves his TTs.
6,000 hours in that TT.
Wow. I don't think I have 6,000 hours in GT Sport.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got at least that on the TT. We used to do Bathurst together, and Mom again has some miles, but his TT I think was something like 50,000 or 60,000.
Wow,
that's frightening.
Yeah, I don't know what his figures are now, but when I did my 1000th race, he was on I think we did our 800th race similar time, and when I got to 1,100, he was on 2,000 odd.
I'm just gonna check for any friend requests coming through.
Good evening, Stignator. Always Stignator. Stiganator.
Stiginator.
We've got Walfred in the chat. We've got Mr. AM Racing himself shouting for Mrs. Catino. Somehow Miss Psycho Sheep joined the chat as well.
Are you guys
Good
having a
evening,
look
Garrett.
at the Mazda on screen at the moment?
What about that Mazda, Josh?
That's
Wolfred's young daughter, I think.
Yes.
Is that Emily?
Yep.
Yes. I believe she's only 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're going to have a under 13 or under 18 competition one of these days as well. Junior GTSSA. Mr. Psycho Sheep's leaving us. Maybe his daughter ran out. Either that or he's going to play ACC. So, Vanna GT Shadow 39, that's your second account?
That's my second account, yeah. That's my stuff around account.
The Lamborghini that your missus is riding? Did you make that livery specifically for this event, or is it just...
No, I downloaded it specifically for this event. Yes, yeah.
I was just wondering. I thought maybe this was your alter ego racing in pink here.
No. So she actually picked it out from the website.
Very nice. So, welcome, Jade. Flores. Jade, can you tell us why you picked, or your girlfriend picked the Renault? So it's going to take him a little while to type, I'm guessing. Even though Jade's only fast on track. So we've got a Sirocco, a Subaru, an RCZ, TT M4, a couple more TTs, Mrs. Slip. There's Vanna in the Hurricane. We've got a Porsche and another Hurricane and Mazda out there. So quite a selection, quite a few TTs it seems. I think we had a daily race here a little while ago that the RCZ dominated, so I'm surprised to only see one out there.
was posting the links on the groups.
Awesome, rock rustig.
I'm just wondering here, Josh, if Werner happens to commentate something about his ladies driving, will she be able to hear it? Because he might get beaten up with that stepladder we spoke about earlier.
I think, yeah.
Can the ladies hear us talking while they're driving?
No. Only if they're listening to, watching the stream.
Okay. So it's probably safer that way.
Petrol plat trap.
See, let's...
Okay, gents, I'll be back in a few minutes.
So yeah, Mr. Pace 38.5 is mad quick. I'm just wondering, I'm assuming that was Mrs. Striker driving, but maybe Intrepid was showing her some lines and...
No, it's Denied Profit, it's not Intrepid.
Sorry man, Denied Profit, yeah. I'm looking at... Last lap was a 39.3, so 38's definitely...
in the wheelhouse.
In the right area. So someone's obviously been practicing in that Scirocco. Mash is asking about the women using the men's aliases. Yes, pretty much almost all of them don't have their own accounts, so they're just using their partners. We've got two exceptions, which is Mom's ACC, which is Wilfred's daughter, and then there was another one.
Annalise. Annalise is using her own one, AR Brits.
Oh, sorry, yes, you're right. Sorry. And then MBLB 011. It's one of our solo entries. Mr. Pace asking from Murray Walker phrases. Murray Walker never had to commentate on women's racing though. He comes from a different era.
What a shame that is.
Can you imagine? So while we let them practice, basically the format is at 8:45. Qualifying is going to start. It will be 15 minutes, obviously with the race following straight after. I think when Josh gets back now, we possibly will have a quick test start just to make sure everything's fine before qualifying. while we're waiting and we've got some quiet time before the action starts, let me just give you a little bit of info quick, and we'll start with one of our lady racers running under the Slayer alias. That's Tracy Ann Bester. Her bio that she gave us says that she'd rather be cooking or baking than racing, and she's so nervous, asking herself the whole day why she is participating, and she would like to apologize in advance for all the accidents she might cause. I think that was a general consensus from the pool chat group that most were worried about causing accidents and apologizing beforehand. But I think we have a lot of new racers who are nervous, and I think they're going to surprise themselves tonight. What do you think, Vanna?
No, I agree. I think obviously this isn't something they would normally be doing, but I think as is probably general for most people, is they set these standards for themselves without even having gotten behind a rig or a controller before. So I think it's just about them trying to relax and just having some fun.
Definitely. My question is, why isn't Jade busy baking for Tracy?
Exactly. Jade, what's wrong there, bud?
I think we could get a couple of cupcakes there, Jade. Slayer cookies. Welcome Nikita in the chat. Mr. Jesse Swart, I think next time is your missus racing? See, interesting, we've got the two newest members of Repsol Racing taking part tonight as well. Not currently on screen, but we have Reps Race 66 and Reps Race 01, which are nephew and son of Dave Repsol, I think, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I see Candice and Annika, they're the girlfriends of, I think, two Repsol brothers, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see them as well. The Repsol name is quite synonymous in motorsport in South Africa.
I'm surprised Dave didn't get them in there and make them all drive Toyota 86s. I'm just looking at Candice's bio. She's running under Reps Racing 1. She just mentioned us that she has 3 kids, 2 boys who kart race with her husband Vaughan, and then a daughter who loves dancing. She does marketing generally for her husband, who does vehicle branding and wrapping. So if anyone's looking for some top quality international level helmet wraps, Vaughan does the branding for his own company. His livery that's running here is a pink, I think it was a BMW, just try to find it here quickly. Yeah, pink and green BMW, which you can see some of his work on.
Okay, I'm back. Rajemus.
Welcome back, Josh.
Just in time for the practice start.
Okay, let me do a practice start. Let me just send a message on the... Do we have everyone there? Looks like there's 2 people missing.
I see 14 cars on track, so I think that's everyone, eh?
Everyone, we're just waiting for the test start shortly. In the chat I see Derek Duplessis come and joined us. Mr. Pace, is that Vanna? No, Vanna's not driving. Okay, so this should be a good learning curve for everyone taking part. First corner is quite hectic. It's nice to see some A+ drivers. A+ accounts at least.
Doesn't look like there's an auto drive. The lady spinning in the back is unfortunately Tracy, who had a spin out because she had to start on that last corner.
Everyone can blame Stephen for choosing the track.
So again, choosing the track. The main reason with the track choice, I think we were mentioning earlier, was most of the tracks have quite a few more corners than this track, so in the interest of learning quickly, this was one of the normal length tracks with the least amount of corners. I think for our next round we should have the Nürburgring full edition.
The 24-hour one.
Yeah. Or Spa in the wet with the F1500, which is basically an old turbo Formula 1 car. I think that would be quite chaotic though.
I won't even be interested in doing that race, to be honest.
Okay. Okay, Josh, just before we start the race, I don't know, I see Walford saying he only sees 12 on his screen.
I'm seeing 14 on those, on the...
Possibly it was just how the leaderboard was set. It does say 14 out of 14 at the top, I see.
Yeah.
I've got 14, so it looks like everyone's showing up. We occasionally do have races where a driver disappears, so we just want to make sure that obviously that doesn't happen.
Sunburn Donkey winning the race. Why does it?
It sounds semi-familiar.
Very familiar, yeah.
I don't think Sunburn's ever won a race in his life before. Oh, Sunburn Donkey, my bad.
There's some nice liveries, I must say.
I think we need to see a bit more of that Subaru on, maybe on the racing camera.
Okay, I think we can start quali in the next 7 minutes. So 5 to 9.
That's perfect.
Yeah. I see you've no auto drive, so that was great. While we're on here, just looking on the side of the screen there, for anyone watching who hasn't already, we've got a couple of YouTubers, or quite a few in our group, that regularly stream events. Obviously, there's our GT Sport SA channel that you're watching on now. If you can give it a like and subscribe. One of the others, Dino Cantino, DMR Dino Cantino, listed on the drivers racing tonight. That's his wife Ashley, who also was nervous but looking forward to it. I believe she only did 300 laps practice compared to Dino's 1,000 that he normally does for an event. I was expecting to see her on pole to start with there, but possibly just like Dino, maybe she's got some sandbags out. Yeah. Nice to see some new names in the chat as well. Chris Brits, go for it, Annie, show them how it's done. Margot van Graan, good luck Sunburn Donkey, go Mandels. Mandy's obviously our reigning GTSA champion's wife. Looks like she's also been putting some practice in, but from those lap times that were up there to short. Derek's correct, saying it looks like it's true that Dino's wife is really quicker than him. His wife, they actually engaged as far as I know, but Dino they say wife, so they're all in that cute stage. Under the About Yourself section on the survey, Josh sent all the contestants tonight. Tell us about yourself. She said she doesn't like Dino, but she does love him. She mostly plays Apex and Fortnite. She wants her own PlayStation. She wants to know what if she now likes racing. And she says she's just here to have fun. Obviously, this is also a first-time event for her.
Well, I guess she has something in common with the entire GT Sport community because no one likes Dino.
I think she meant it in a different way, but it can be read that way. It's like, I think she meant it in that old SA cricket, I don't like cricket kind of way. Now, hopefully that song's not stuck in your head for the rest of the night.
Look, there's worse things to get stuck in your head than Bob Marley and the Wailers, to be honest.
Correct.
I don't know if you guys have seen two of these races tonight are linked to a famous South African race family, the Repsol guys.
Yeah, I was mentioning a bit earlier, I covered your summary on Reps 1. Maybe you can give us a bit of info on Rep 66.
Rep 66 is Anton's wife, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just going to pull up the information very quickly. But my daughter saw this car, the BM, and she said that's her car because it's pink.
I think that's Vaughn's wife on Reps 1 you're talking about.
Yes, yes.
It's a fantastic livery. I mean, kart stuff, if you involved in karting, you'll definitely know Vaughan Repsol is. And that livery looks as good as a lot of his helmets. So I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, so we're talking about Reps Race 66, that's Anik. And she says she's 22 years old, she's a legal secretary. And she knows nothing about racing. But looking at the way she's driving here, I don't think I believe her.
Well, when you get involved with a Repsol, you got to learn quickly. I think it's in all their prenups.
She did say this is her first time racing online, and life always begins with one step outside of your comfy zone. So you never know until you've tried it. So maybe we'll
I think
see
it's
more of
important to remember And that's what I was alluding to earlier, where we all set these standards for ourselves, and everyone wants to be perfect the first time they try something. But getting out of the comfort zone, like Stephen mentioned on the WhatsApp group earlier, already makes them a winner. It's already trying something out of the norm.
Definitely.
I'm also just looking here and seeing Mr. Pace is telling us not to forget Pace Motorsports and Sky Coffee. I was mentioning our various YouTubers and top drivers who regularly stream. Mr. KLM Pace, if you're interested in online racing and you want to learn, definitely go check out his channel. He's a multiple times GTSSA champ, one of the nicest guys around, and he also has his own coffee named after him by Sky Coffee, so maybe order some of that. There you go, Mr. Pace. You can just deposit the $100 into my bank account for the punt.
I'm surprised and sad not to see a Pace Motorsport car here tonight.
I'm also surprised. I heard Sister Pace or possibly Girlfriend Pace was joining. So we'll have to talk to Ken Dog and Kaylin in the background there. I think they're just worried that their daughter and girlfriend are going to be faster than them. Welcome, Vaughan. Nice to see you on the chat.
Looks like Wilfred is having some connection issues with getting his daughter Emily in. That's an interesting story as well. It's our youngest competitor of the evening. She's 11 years old. The oldest competitor is not 11. So it'll be interesting to see her go. He had to do some adjustments to his rig to make sure that she fits, because she's apparently quite tiny. So I hope that the connection issues get sorted out so she can race.
All I can say is that they sent a picture of her in Wilfred's rig, and her back was further away from the back of the seat than it was to the pedals. And it looked like half of Mr. Price's home's pillows behind her. So nice to see her giving her a go in something that's not exactly built for her size. Quintus, welcome to the comment section. You saying, where are the Fords?
I'm afraid the Fords would struggle on this track. I'm a big Ford fan, but the Fords would definitely struggle on this track.
Wilfred sent that video earlier today as well of Emily in that motion rig. That was pretty awesome, and she was handling that F1 car quite well.
Definitely, especially for someone who doesn't have a lot of experience. So
yes.
Who knows? Maybe the next World GT Sport World Tour sim racer could be a young South African girl. Who knows?
And a drummer at that, because when the survey was completed, did say that she's currently learning to play the drums.
Even more rock and roll.
Okay, I think we've actually gone past the time for...
So, big question, guys. Who is your money on for the race?
It's going to be hard to look past the top two on the practice times at the moment. They look like they're a mile ahead of the rest.
Obviously, lost is one thing, but not going off will be a big test as well. Especially at that downhill turn 3, you can lose 5 to 10 seconds there in one small little miss braking point. Yeah. And this is the start of qualifying, obviously.
Qualifying is on, yeah.
interestingly here, if this was a GTSA race, we'd obviously see a lot of the top guys trying to slipstream each other, trying to get a tow for the best lap time. Do you think we'll see any of our competitors tonight doing that, or maybe looking for some space to get a clean lap without anyone getting in their way?
I am pretty sure all the other halves, the boyfriends, husbands, partners, would have told the ladies about the importance of slipstream.
I can
So I won't
imagine
be
Dino's
surprised. I
standing
won't
there
be
saying,
surprised.
"Get in the slip, get in the slip."
I think Dino probably had a full-blown education session with PowerPoint presentation, the works, preparing his wife for this race.
Oh. I see Emily has left the lobby again. I hope she doesn't have issues during the race.
Sunburnt Donkey says qualifying must be 16 minutes because it took Josh a minute to type the message.
I used to have that keyboard app on my phone, but it stopped working, so I'm not very used to typing with the controller.
Caitlin's asking to mention the Sky Coffee competition. I can't actually remember what that was. It's a competition where everyone buys me some Sky Coffee, sends it to me, and I'll tell them which tasted better. Mr. Pace, WhatsApp me the details. Wilfred, you should still be able to rejoin. He's just saying that they got knocked out the lobby, disconnected, obviously.
Yeah, I think Deval's Brits as well also was DC, but back on, so should see them soon. Let's see the qualifying times, the lap times. I'm sure the husbands have already done some laps to see the difference in times. First up, 1:39.2.
That's quick. I'm just looking. We've got 41 people watching, but only 3 people have hit the like button.
That is sad.
Very sad. And we must run one of Dino's competitions where if we get 50 likes, Dino
Josh
shakes his
dresses up
head or
like a
something.
clown or something. Wow.
No, not Josh. We'll just make Dino do it. 50 bonus points for whoever gets Dino to dress like a clown if we get likes.
What is important to note, Stephen also mentioned it earlier, this race is quite long. 17 laps is a long race. So this is going to be all about consistency.
Because I'm looking at the times here, first through to, let's say, 5th at the moment, less than 4 seconds. So you can be 4 seconds a lap faster, but if you go off and lose 12 seconds, that's 3 laps of your advantage wasted.
Exactly.
And if you look at the first 4, they only 1.2 seconds or 2.2 seconds difference. Obviously, they're all still getting warmed up here. In some nice consistent sectors. We've got Rep 66 going into the 39s now as well. 38.7 from Mrs. Denied Profit.
Jesse seems to be flying at the moment.
I see Ashley, Mrs. Catino, as we're going to call her tonight, just put in a 40.1, which is only a second off the lead. Moves her up to third place, just ahead of Mrs. Donkey. Looking out. Just looking further. We got Mrs. Valentina 44, 1 minute 44. Tracy Ann's done a 147. Mrs. BAQTQ 48. Your Lady Vanna, she's on a 51 at the moment.
Yeah, obviously I can see what's going on her screen. She's got an optimal of a 46.8, but she hasn't hit her sectors quite yet. But there's still 8 minutes left in the qualifying session, so plenty time.
Definitely. The fellow Lamborghini teammate Parky Farky's wife, sitting on a 158, but I can see there was a rough sector there along the line, so she obviously went off somewhere into the gravel. Our youngest contestant is back in the room, hasn't set her lap yet, so she's down in 14th. See if we've got any new questions here.
So Vern, are you muting us to give some some pointers there?
I'm not on mute the whole time, so now and then I will go on mute, but it's mostly to drown out the noise of the 14-year-old daughter sitting here commenting on her mom's driving.
I believe you need to buy at least 2 more PlayStations.
Yeah, so the two girls, my girlfriend's 14-year-old daughter and my 14-year-old daughter, they're actually born a day apart, so
How's that for crazy?
they each had to go earlier. They couldn't come close to mom's time, but
That's
they
does know best.
it's like you said, everyone has to start somewhere.
I'm looking, we're now up to 18 likes, so thanks Shaheen and others who have hit the like button. Mrs. Donkey in with a 38.6 to take the provisional pole. Am I jumping the gun there? Obviously,
there it is on screen.
138.6, yeah.
It's a great lap by Mandy.
Live feed on the PlayStation's about 10 to 15 seconds ahead of the YouTube's visuals, so sometimes I might say something before it happens. Just one of the little oddities of live streaming.
Epic battle developing between Tracy and Liesel. They're actually following each other on track, and the times are very close. There's currently Tracy is towing Liesel down the straight. There's only 0.2 seconds between them for 10th and 11th place on the grid.
And how's that? Mrs. Profit now taking the lead, 0.019 ahead of Mrs. Sunburned Donkey. sitting 11 minutes gone, so everyone should get at least 2 more laps without any incidents.
I'm just staying on board with Emily. I just want to see her finish her lap.
So, qualifying is one thing, but driving in a bunch is a different story.
Yeah.
So, Liesel did ask me to set up a race earlier in arcade mode where she had a full field of cars on the track, just so she can get some practice in terms of not wiping everyone out.
That's quite a clever idea, because I've often gone into a race without practicing, done okay laps on qualifying, but then as soon as someone's right in front of you and you're in a 6-car battle, you have slipstream, you have a whole bunch of other issues like where to overtake, when you change your line, where to brake. So maybe she will have a little advantage because of that. I'm just looking at...
Yeah. I see Jade is playing cheerleader on the YouTube chat.
It's good. Hopefully he's got his pom-poms. Definitely don't want to see Slayer in a miniskirt though.
No, I'll definitely pass on that.
Yeah.
So Stephen, I wanted to find out.
Kaylin, you're asking where the points are. Maybe if you added some value in the incident review group this morning, then the points would have been done by now.
Stephen, I want to know if we're gonna get any Mario Walker quotes today.
I might have 1 or 2 up my sleeve. After Mr. Pace asked earlier about any woman drivers quotes from Murray Walker, I actually did a quick Google and I couldn't see anything. So obviously
Interesting.
back in the 60s through to 90s, Murray Walker didn't have to contend with ladies racing, but nowadays we have to contend with people like Martin Brundle, so I think it was better in the old days. Fortunately, I'm not Martin Brundle and Lewis Hamilton's not here, so we don't have to stick on one driver the whole race.
I think the main difference between Murray Walker and Martin Brundle is Murray Walker never spoke about himself, and that's all that Martin Brundle can speak about.
Martin Brundle does speak about Lewis at least, normally about himself and Lewis.
And comparing the two of them.
So we're down to the last 20 seconds of quali now.
So I think just each car finished their last flying lap. I think the last one over the line before then was...
Okay.
We're only 12 minutes behind schedule.
I'm gonna give it like a few seconds and then I'm gonna start the race.
Yes. See, there's a whole pack about to cross the line. Not sure if it's going to make any difference. So we currently got Denied Profit, Sunbird Donkey, Reps Racing 66, AR Brits, Mr. Dino Cantino's wife, Reps Racing 1, MBLB 011, sorry, and then Mrs. 1300. That's your top 8. Let's see how these ladies do. I can use a Murray Walker quote right now. Either these cars are all stationary or they're not moving.
Hey, Mal Gary has joined the chat. No, Gary, the points aren't done yet.
Mulgary, just for interest's sake, after this, the top 5 are going to race you on an unknown track. Are you keen?
Guys, important to note, there's only 6 seconds between the top 10. So this is not done and dusted by a long way. Slipstream will come into effect. Ooh, big auto drive issue.
Who's got auto drive?
I think it
From
was
third place
AR
down.
Brits. Yeah, I think
It seems to be
I can
going now.
see. I think
Alright,
restart.
so just to inform everyone, we're going to restart the race.
No, there's no auto drive that I can see. They're all away.
There was a big one at the. There's something weird happened.
Oh, okay.
I think
There is. Yeah.
No, there's definitely auto drive.
Okay. I'll just ask everyone to leave.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gary says no, he's not interested in getting beaten by 5 goals. Okay, what auto drive is normally a connection issue, and as you see, it bunched everyone up there. The first 2 cars got a big head start, and then all the others bunched up, causing a bit of chaos. So we all busy exiting, and then we'll start again. Generally, it's either connection error or glitch. Surprising, the first start was perfect, but sometimes it does happen. I wonder if that was Dino saying AD on the chat there, or if Ashley's...
Whether it was actually Ashley. Speaking
Dino
of
panicking there.
the cantinas, just a shout out to Ashley, who has a personalized livery on her car with her name on the back, but I see she's gone with the Dead Men Racing logo as well, which I pretty much assume is Dino's influence.
Yeah, I actually whipped that up for him earlier, but I told him he needs to make a DWR sticker for next time. But you'll see on the number board it has Mrs. Cantino on his normal logo, and then there's also a # logo that they made up on the side.
Kaylin immediately on the chat saying should be DWR.
Valentino and okay.
Tanya and Erica are still chasing each other around the track, so we need both of them to exit for the race to be able to be restarted. And Josh, being the good host that he is, he would have taken a photo of the start grid.
Of course I did. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just a little unfortunate delay. Third world internet problems. Just while we're waiting, everyone who's watching on the chat and hasn't dropped a message yet, feel free to introduce yourself. I'm sure we got a few racers who have friends or family watching for the first time. Feel free, ask any questions, get involved. If any husbands or boyfriends are watching, GTSSA, we've been around for about, when did it start? Just before Gran Turismo Sport was launched, so mid 2017, Josh?
End of 2017, yeah.
Yeah. Currently, I think on our chat groups there's about 400 people between the two, and I know between our 2 regular weekly series, one has 140 odd drivers and the other about 50. So rounded up 200 people in total taking part every week.
Okay, I'm just waiting for AR Brits and Rep Racing 66 to rejoin. Okay, that looks better.
While we're waiting here, I was thinking our next fun event, maybe we should have another Thunderdome, which is basically a mini destruction derby. It might be quite interesting to see some of our contestants tonight join.
I realized now I was on mute. Kaylin mentioning on the chat here, winner of this race must feature on Chatbox on Monday night.
That's not a bad idea.
Duat van Vieren, I like that. Husband and wife team events.
Okay, we're about to
What
start
about
the race.
we do Spa 6 hours in the wet endurance
Please
race.
no. Okay, so here we going for the restart. While we're waiting, Stephen Vessels, Mr. Sunburn Donkey says, if Mrs. Cantino wins, it will be funny. We'll never hear the end of Dino. I wonder if he means Dean will never stop talking about it, or Dean will never live to forget it. Live it down that his wife won a trophy with us before he did.
Let's hope everyone gets away cleanly this time.
It looks like everyone is away this time.
Yeah, on the stream it seems to be fine. Okay, so we're away, no auto drive this time. 14 cars, all going. A little bit of a wobble there from Mrs. K1300, down in 8th, dropped to 9th. I don't think all very well behaved, heading so far into the first corner.
Not a single first corner incident. I wish we can have GT Sport races, main event races like this.
Can you imagine? We wouldn't even need an incident panel, although I must say 99% of our drivers are pretty good. The odd incident, I see something happened there with denied profit.
Yeah, it's that second corner on the cold tyres.
Yeah. It's a long race, so she dropped down to 8th, but I'm sure there's lots of time to make a backup, only 6 seconds off the lead. Noel says that sounds cool. I think he was talking about the husband and wife team.
Maybe that's a way to get Noel back on the track.
Possibly.
That's very true.
We've also got Donkey saying let's go Spa in the wet. Some nice battling there. So at the moment we've got Sunburn Donkey, Reps Racing, AR Brits, MPLB 011 and DMR Dina Cantino in the first 5 places. How do you see Denied Profit coming back from this?
She's just made up 2 places in the last 2 corners. She's now currently back in 8th.
Looking to go for 7th by the looks of it.
Looks like a bit of lag there.
Yeah. Definitely quite a bit of lag, someone jumping around a bit. Nice side-by-side battle. Both cleanly through the tricky turn 3 though, coming up.
So Werner, tell me, is there no Hyundai GR4?
No, I mentioned to Liesel that She should try. She should try the Hyundai because clearly it's performing exceptionally well.
And she heard Hurricane.
She just looked at me and she heard Hurricane, definitely.
Well, at least she's got taste. How are we looking there? Sunburned Donkey dropped down to 4th. I'm not sure if there's a little incident or bump there. Katina and Donkey fighting on track. Where have I seen that before?
Pretty much every nations race at the moment.
Yeah, they've come first and second in the last two weeks. We've been watching some of Sunburn's races. His pace has been world class over the last few races, running in top lobbies, same times as some of the guys that have gone on world tours. Dino hanging in there for a new driver, only been playing for Gran Turismo for 6 months. He's finishing races, half an hour races, 10 seconds behind. So also definitely flying.
So Stephen, you want to tell us? You are the one that I'd say instigated this race.
I wouldn't say instigated. I also noticed the error that you said earlier. This was on the link. This was a first ever race. I seem to remember Cartes and Armani, a few of our older members, having a race once before. But let's just say this was the first official race. For lady drivers. I think it was just a wives race before. We didn't really advertise it or push it anyway. Instigating this one, it's just a lot going on in the SA gaming community with lady racers or lady gamers at the moment. So when the discussion was going on, we said let's have a race, and this is a result, a full 14 driver lobby. Possibly next time we might have 2 pools and 2 races going on at the same time or back to back. It all depends on who's interested. But definitely there's space for everyone in sim racing, obviously, young, old, male, female, and all you need is a PlayStation, an internet connection, and you can take part, so it's great.
Yeah, I think in the last couple of weeks there's been a lot of visibility of some bad rep from male gamers, and I think that showcasing female drivers is actually a very important thing to show people that they shouldn't be scoffed at, and they can do what we do as well.
Definitely. Just to run the order quickly, we've got Reps Racing 66 out front at the moment by about 3 seconds. Then AR Brits, Mrs. Sunburned Donkey, 4 seconds behind. MB LB 0 double, another second further back. She has Denied Profits wife right behind. DMR Dino Cantino, that's Dino's wife Ashley, 6th place. Steele's partner sitting 9 seconds further off in 7th. K1300 another 9 seconds back, and then we've got Reps Racing 1 Slayer BAQTQ, Vanna's Girlfriend Shadow 39, and the following Mom and Parky Farky right at the back. So Josh is, I saw pictures of your daughter on a little push bike earlier. Is she going to be getting on the rig anytime soon? At her young age, you're going to set new records.
I think she probably gets to race a lot more often than me, or more regularly than me. So yeah.
I'm looking at the comments here. We've got Mr. Pace saying Queen of the Ring instead of his King of the Ring tournament that's going on. Also GTSSA, so I'm guessing that's GT Sport Ladies South Africa. And then Sean Skitter saying GT Sport SA W. I'm assuming GT Sport SA woman, or some names suggestions there.
Yeah, I think if the interest is there, and if we can only expand from here. I think there's even a lot more of the wives out there that would have liked to take part. We did do this at fairly short notice. It's a first available slot we could find in the calendar, because as we discussed as a team, there's pretty much racing happening every single night of the week. So finding a slot for this was a bit difficult. But if the interest is there, we definitely will make this a more regular thing. And there's nothing stopping us from starting a dedicated women's league.
Well, I'm just looking at the pace of some of these. They'd be in the middle of the.
They'll be sort of pool 3,
6, 3.
Yeah, pool 3, pool 4 even. Of the men's
some
leagues.
of our lower pools drivers will have to pick their socks up a bit. They're also, judging by the driving, bump a lot less. I don't know if you want to go back to about 5th or 6th place. I saw quite a big battle going on there, Josh.
Yeah, I'm there.
Here we've got 3 cars very close together. Profit, Cantino and MBL. Nice little move up the inside into the turn. Sorry, I'm a few seconds ahead of you. Spoiler alert. Incident panel would say clean move. A little bit of contact, but nothing serious.
Liesel just put up currently running in 12th place, a lap time only 3 seconds behind the fastest lap of the race. Wow. So the pace is definitely picking up.
Yeah, well, like you said, this was quite short notice, and I don't think most of the ladies got to do a lot of practice, obviously. So, they will start getting used to the track.
Entries joining at 5 to 8.
Yeah.
Clinton Loxon says, yes, go girls. And Knowles made a very good comment. You can see all the boys are going to get rigor approval soon. So this is a good strategy. If you want your wife to say yes to a rig, let her race. Only downside is you're either going to pay for 2, or you're not going to get to use it because she'll be in it.
You're going to have to draw up a proper schedule. Rig time versus dishes time.
Yeah. We all got one of those schedules. Or maybe it's just me.
I think Rep Race 66 made a mistake, and now Alberts is very close.
Right behind, and they're going through the back markers as well.
Yeah.
Annalise being one of the ladies that's driving on her own PS account.
And then, I think our 5th place contender as well. Can't actually remember.
Yeah, Marco is also on her own account. Shout out to her dad, who we were informed will definitely be watching. We did mention to Marco that hopefully this inspires you to get your own PlayStation and you can start joining our leagues as well.
Definitely.
That would be
JC says, to be honest, when he can afford it, you'll see his wife and him as team versus team together. Oh no. What happened there? Reps racing.
Contact.
Yeah, made contact on overtaking the back markers.
It reminds me of when Michael Schumacher crashed into the back of David Coulthard at Spa. Sometimes you can lose the lead. Or more recently, maybe I shouldn't go back 100 years, Max Verstappen and Ocon at Interlagos.
Yeah, Ocon was trying to unlap himself.
Correct. And he ended up costing.
Yeah, and our favourite ended up winning that.
Sort your laughs out. So we've had a few leaders here. We had the Night Prophet up front at the start. We had Donkey leading. We've now got AR Brits. We had Reps 66 in the lead. It's changed a few times. We're halfway through the 8th lap, so it's time for another Murray Walker comment. Halfway through to the race, we still have another half of the race to go. You gotta love Murray. But yeah, anything can happen. Even 8th place is only 40 seconds off the lead, which only needs 2 or 3 mistakes and she could be right back up there. Steele's partner's been very quiet, circulating in 7th. She stayed out of trouble. I know she was very nervous to join. But yeah,
shout out to Deshni. She was one of she joined a bit later this afternoon.
Very nervous and unsure, but she's killing it in 7th, 34 seconds off the lead at the moment. Just looking at the lap time, she's running 1:43, which is definitely not bad at all for someone who's had no practice and hasn't played before. I mean, that's actually very impressive. Our fastest lap so far goes to Mrs. Donkey.
I don't know if Werner's had a...
He's had an issue there.
Yeah.
Fastest lap, Sunburn Donkey. She's done 1:39.043. She's back up to 2nd after a little incident earlier. Unfortunately, it looks like Vanna and his partner both have left, so it's not just commentary. She's also, unfortunately, retired from the race.
Yeah, I'm not sure if maybe the internet connection went down because Werner left the chat almost immediately, so might have just gotten disconnected.
I think we're going to have quite an interesting second half of this race here. Denied Profit, she's come from being on pole, dropping to 8th, 9th place, 8 seconds off the lead, and now only 2.8 from the AR Brits, with Sunburn Donkey in the middle. So we've got the top 3 separated by 3 seconds suddenly. And Marga 9 seconds back from the lead in 4th place. Busy under pressure with reps 66 and Dino Cantino. A huge battle there, 4th, 5th and 6th going on still. Yeah, Sean says this is going really well. Well done to all the coaches. I think the ladies will say as long as the coffee's made, the dishes are done, that was their coaching.
Sorry guys, I'm back here. We seem to have had a router failure mid-race.
Oh no.
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. There's a bit of lags from rep 66 there. Josh hit the 4th, 5th place there quick.
I'm there.
And it seems okay, we just missed on that screen as well. What happened was the 4th, 5th and 6th were together into turn 3. There was no contact, but rep 66 lagged quite a bit. I don't know, Ashley spun after that, possibly due to that lag. Maybe there was a bump that wasn't actually a bump, but the lag caused it, and she's now lost 10 seconds.
Oh no.
On the 2 ahead of her, which is unfortunate because they were having a great battle there, and it didn't look like any actual contact. But I saw the car, which is now in 4th place, jumping around on the screen quite a bit. Well, actually. Looks like our original top 4 all back together. From their starting positions after various incidents. Something's happened to Mrs. Sunburnt Donkey again, because she's dropped about 5 seconds behind the lead. Denied Profit's still 3 seconds from the lead, so I'm guessing that Mrs. Donkey might have had a small runoff or something. Van has left us again, so at least it's not my internet giving problems today. Durant says he doesn't understand why the goals aren't in the pools. That was also part of our discussion when we decided to host this race. I mean, I think possibly at the moment about 20% of PS4 gamers in the country are female. They're all playing Call of Duty and silly things like Fortnite, so why not GT Sport? We've got female karters, Formula woman competitor Tasman Pepper. There's equal opportunity in sim racing, especially because obviously the physical side of it's not there, trying to control a 800 horsepower race car.
Yeah.
Obviously anyone can do it from their lounge, so yeah, we should have more taking part, and if anyone does want to join our regular pools, there's never been anyone that's been turned away. There just hasn't really been the interest, I think mainly from them not knowing the option was there.
Yeah, that's very true.
I mean, don't be surprised if we see a few of these competitors entering next week once a bug bites. CAR Brits has got the gap is sitting about 2 seconds at the moment, and then Denied Profit busy lapping Slayer's wife, Tracy Ann. That's Jade, our regular Pool 1 contender when he's not working, and Lewis Hamilton fan. But she loves him anyway, so... And then in the chat we've got Mr. Pace, reminder Pace Motorsport and Sky Coffee on Facebook. That's now 200 Rand worth of bills to pay. That Denied Profit lapping Slayer cost about a second because the lead's gone out to 3 seconds now.
I see Josh Nell is punting the Crazy Eights. Anel's husband is part of the Crazy Eights, and she's in the lead at the moment.
Yeah. They're going to have their first Crazy 8 ladies member. Yeah, Sean, we actually had a discussion a long time ago wondering what the chat would be like, and we know Gary wouldn't be able to behave himself. For anyone who doesn't know us, the chats get very busy, but no, we have strict parental guidance rules on there, so it wouldn't be a bad thing to join. You just have to excuse some excitable characters that don't stop talking. Big battle going on for third at the moment.
I was just looking at that as now, after the internet issues.
At the back we got MBLB in fifth, 10 seconds behind fourth now after her little incident. Ashley Cantino 5 seconds further back. Quite a big gap then to seventh, a minute off the lead. Mrs. Yastil. Blank moment trying to remember her name. Dashni.
I see Jesse Swartz saying
Reps Racing 1.
Saying on the
further back K1300, 20 seconds BAQTQ, and then Slayer, Parky Farky, and Mom's Account 3. I'm just wondering who plays on Mom's Account 2 and 1. Wilfred,
Joshua and Jesse, I see you guys are talking about the Crazy Eights being an awesome concept. Joshua, maybe if you can...
no practice, it's a lap behind, but even qualifying she didn't get to do the full 15 minutes because of internet disconnecting. So I think she can be very proud of herself for 7 years away from a driver's license taking part in a sim race against others who have practiced. We're already on lap 14, 3.5 to go for the leaders. Who do you think's going to? You think Arlene AR Brits is going to hold on to this 2-second lead now? It's closed up again.
It's the problem is it's like, you know, they're still close enough that if one of them
one
makes
little
one
mistake,
and
well,
it's going to change again.
Even fourth place is only 6 seconds behind.
Yeah.
So any of the top 4 could still win it. I see Reps Racing 66 has got past Sunburnt Donkey, but they're having a nice little battle, and then the 2 leaders are very close. I'm just looking in between second and third. There's a couple back markers, or one back marker, so that might hold them up a little bit and give Donkey a chance to pass Reps Racing back.
Yeah, I think this is the closest battle at the moment.
From the league,
these 3, yeah. You can actually see the leader in the same shot as well, so it's still not very far.
Definitely.
Josh, Steve, can you guys hear me? No, it doesn't look like I can.
He doesn't think we can hear Vanna. We definitely can't hear Vanna.
No, yeah, I don't think Vanna's able to chat at the moment.
JC says, Vanna, we can hear you, lol, but they can't.
Okay, so
it means that we
for
can't
Jesse and Josh,
yeah,
if you guys can just maybe in the chat give us a rundown.
So he's probably chatting away there, wondering why we're ignoring him. Let's see. The leader's coming past 13th place. Oh, there you go. Shadow 39 left the party again. Yeah, Wilfred, you must let them play ball a bit more than you. No, just kidding. Christmas time, you need a new PlayStation or 3.
Can you guys hear me now?
Now we
can
can.
Hear you now.
Yeah, we can.
Okay,
Welcome
so
back.
what I was asking Jesse and Josh on the YouTube chat, where you guys were just talking over me, because obviously you couldn't hear a word.
Yeah.
I see that Jesse commented Crazy 8s on it being an awesome concept. So I don't know if Joshua or one of the other Crazy 8 guys can maybe just give us a little brief summary in the chat on what Crazy 8 is all about.
While we wait that, lap 16, 1.5 laps to go, 3 second lead.
I think Josh
at the front.
can probably post on the group on the comments about the Crazy 8s. Yeah.
I see Reps Racing is flying lately. It's got the gap down to 2 seconds.
I think Annalise is flying off into the distance.
Yeah,
she's
without any mistakes should have this in the bag, but
absolutely.
Reps Racing is going to be able to catch her, because she's definitely had consistency over the later laps, overtaking Sunburnt Donkey and pulling a 2.6 second gap. Not sure what happened at some stage, but Ashley's in 6th place has lost about 10 seconds to MBLB. But that top 6 orders remain pretty fixed, other than denied profit overtaking Reps Racing over the last few laps.
Kalen being his usual self, saying they're crazy and there's 8 of them. Thanks for that, Kalen.
I think it was originally just Pool 8 guys called themselves the Crazy 8.
Yeah.
Let's maybe go watch the leader through the last lap. AR Brits 3.8 ahead, 2 seconds further back from Denied to Reps Racing, 3 seconds to Sunburned. Only 8 seconds separating them after 28 minutes is basically nothing.
Okay, I see Joshua has just confirmed what you said, Stephen. About mid-year through last year, they were all part of Pool 8, and then they added a few other members from the GTSSA community. and they all race and learn from each other. So I think that's important, and I think the DMR guys probably do the same. There's also the KBR guys, who also have their little clan, and they practice together and those sort of things. So from what I can see from this race, there's going to be a Reps Racing team emerging as well.
Definitely. Unfortunately, I see Reps Racing 1 disconnected while we're chatting there.
Yes.
AR Brits is about to come take the flag. Slower last lap, but keeping it all together. 2.8 seconds in the lead.
Let's see if she flashes some lights at us.
Her car's looking like it's got a little bit of damage on the bodywork. Denied Profit second.
Reps Racing third.
Reps 66 third and Donkey fourth, very close together. A top four separated by 7.6 seconds at the end. Who's next across the line?
Marco coming in fifth.
Fifth place, first time probably driving this track. Just seen the car's got a total now, including practice on her dashboard, of 240 odd kilometers. So it's probably all the practice this week. Sixth place, Ashley Cantino. We've got a couple of the lap runners finishing already.
Destiny looks like she has seventh place secured.
Definitely, because she was the last one that hadn't been lapped. And Mrs. K1300.
Erica.
Parky Farky 12th, Mom's Account 11th, Slayer 10th, BAQTQ 9th. We're just waiting for Nareshni and Erica to finish. Deshni, sorry. Keep doing that. We'll get it right for the next race, definitely. Comments are everyone's congratulating the winners. Noah was just telling us up to 17 members in their team. Some of the fastest guys are part of their team. Monty, nice one, ladies. Some great racing. Definitely some nice moves I saw. And victory to AR Brits. Up 3 positions.
Before everyone leaves en masse, we'll be sending out a survey post this. We could just ask the ladies that took part to complete that, and then also the rest of the guys, if you could forward that survey on to all your wives, just so that we can gain a level of understanding as to what the interest could be.
I think Josh mentioned that he was trying to get a few of them in the party afterwards to have a quick chat, so don't leave the stream just yet. Stiganator giving a smiley. Callum Pace, well done ladies. Deovolt, very well done, congratulations. Very impressed with that win there, I'm guessing. Trophies coming home. Stiganator, well done. We also got your Pace, well done, amazing stuff. Annalise, see you on Monday.
I assume that's for chat box.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So we're just waiting to have a few people to chat.
Alvin Sykes saying that was great. Hope to see some more.
I'm just waiting to see if any of them join.
while we wait to see who's joining us. Thoughts on the race there, Vanna? Obviously,
I
unfortunate.
think it was, I think it was good. I think you could clearly see between the more regular players, compared to the other ones. But I think it's important just that hopefully the ladies enjoyed it, and hopefully this is the start of something a bit bigger for us. The top three girls top four were very quick, and they raced nicely. So it'll be nice to actually save the replay, and have a look at some of the others. We'll maybe put a little compilation together, some race photos, and then I think I enjoyed that, and I hope the girls did too.
Okay, I think we're just battling to find the party chat at the moment, so I'm just gonna send it very quickly.
Send some invites out there.
Yeah.
Again, obviously it was unfortunate that your girlfriend had the disconnecting issue. Has she said if she'll be back?
Yeah, I think the feeling from her side is obviously with some more practice. She's a proud person, and she didn't enjoy being that far off the pace. But her best race time was only 3 seconds slower than the fastest lap of the race. So it's just about consistency and getting that practice in, and those times will drop very, very quickly. Bearing in mind also, keeping in mind this is the first time ever that she's actually sat behind the steering wheel this weekend. So yeah, I think the possibilities are there for more. Racing on her own account, so clearly there's some experience there, and this wasn't her first time. Exactly. Yeah, that's also had the 314-year-old team very keen on this. They always beg me for time on the wheel, to be honest, but generally I rub them aside, which is probably not the right approach. Should be involved in a bit more. Got some luck. I see Annika has managed to join the party.
Ah, there we go. We're getting a few more of them coming in. I'm still sending invites out. Hello, hello, hello.
To the guys that have joined the chat, make sure your chat settings is allowing everyone to hear. You'll see in the party chat setting there is a sharing setting. Let me just tell you exactly what it's called. On the right, you'll see party settings. When you go in there, you'll see allow voice to be shared. You need to have it on always allow. That'll enable everyone on the stream to hear you as well.
Hello, hello.
I think the stream is down,
Is the stream down?
Looks like it's down.
Oh, okay, because I'm not in the... one second.
Yes, we can hear you. Sorry.
Okay. The stream should be back up.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Now we can start hearing.
Okay, Varna, I don't know if you want to send the invites because then you may not have everyone as friends.
Okay, you guys can hear now. So the first question to our ladies, maybe just say your name and let us know how that was. Anyone go first?
Candace, Repsol.
Okay, and how did you enjoy that?
It was great. I've never experienced anything so adrenaline rushing in my life. I peed 5 times before the race. I'm still shaking and I need a massage. Thank you.
Awesome.
Mandy, I also needed to pee like 4 times before the race. It was a lot of fun, and we had quite a bit of arguing going on this side here, but it was a lot of fun.
Okay, and how was your coach?
He's very stressed.
Did you get lots of feedback while you were racing?
I was yelled at quite frequently, and yeah, he almost left me, but we're still together, I think.
Well, if not, just make sure you keep the PlayStation in the wheel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Who's
Well done
next?
to everyone.
Well done. Oh, hello, baby.
I'm keen to do it again another time.
Definitely.
So when's the next one? Tomorrow night. Joking.
Yeah, that was just definitely a warm-up. We're going to actually have the real race now. It's 4 hours.
Sure, nee, dankie.
Yeah, 17 laps was long, eh?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it took you guys about 28 minutes, and to have the top 4 separated by under 8 seconds was very close, evenly matched.
Guys from the SA League.
Yeah.
Somebody said that, yeah.
Yeah, I see the stream was down and back up again. Any thoughts or comments? Looking who we got here.
And well done to you guys for organizing this.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for the experience.
Who's going to have to buy a new PlayStation and wheel because you guys are taking theirs?
I said I'll get the PlayStation 5 and he wasn't impressed.
Yes.
Sure. Did everyone drive with a wheel? I had a controller.
Wow.
Yeah.
You brave.
Generally, controllers not bad. Like 80 or 50 to 60% of our league, the guys still play with controllers. The one thing that does have a slight disadvantage is when you do races with tire wear. It tends to wear the tires quicker. So generally, it's not too bad when on races like this, but it's a lot more fun with a wheel.
Yeah, I can imagine. No, I would definitely invest in one.
Am I right in saying Stephen, the Night Prophet, is probably one of the quickest guys we've ever had on a controller?
Yeah, I remember that.
Definitely. Back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah, when you were still on controller. Verna, I don't know if you want to try and just invite AR Brits.
We hear from our winner. While we're not, I see Dean, Mr. Cantino's here, so is that Ashley?
Hi.
Ashley.
Ashley.
Hello,
Hi.
Ashley.
How was that?
Hi. It was hectic. He was shouting. I was crying. I pulled the rig, his steering wheel off of the rig while we were qualifying and while we were racing. I was bumped, and then I tried to recover, so I pulled it off of the rig again, and he was like, "No, look at what you're doing," and he put it back.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Tell him,
You're having
being a
great
person that
battle
does
there.
maintenance, he must learn to bolt it
Tighten
down more
his-
securely.
Yeah. Because we saw you, fourth, fifth, and sixth was having a great battle there, and then I saw one car lagged a bit, and all of a sudden you were facing the other way.
Yeah. So yeah. Then
And when I got my
pulled
wheel,
the
I
whole
also
thing.
pulled it off in one of those situations. You get a fright and try turn, and the whole thing comes off. It's not fun.
No, it isn't fun. I was stressing, eh? So from there, I didn't do very well because I don't know. I was very nervous, but it was fun.
Hey, you all did great.
It's very stressful, eh?
Margot,
Now you know why
think Margot
Dean
is
swears
there.
so much.
I know. I don't think I'll ever talk to him again while he drives. I'll just sneak it past and not even look at him. Shame, eh?
So the
I have
main
much
question.
greater respect for what they do, yeah.
Yeah, very much.
So you said on your bio that what happens if you like it. So does that mean a second rig's coming?
As it stands, we need a second PlayStation because we're both game, so
Yeah.
we don't have enough time. I like it. It's very stressful.
You're
I'll
going to
have
move
to
away from
practice a lot.
Fortnite and come and drive instead.
No, I don't think I'll do that.
Okay, moving on.
Maybe if I practice a bit more and I get better, I'll do it more.
Definitely.
Margot, I think I saw you join the party chat. Are you there?
Yep.
I am here.
So how did you feel? And did you get a message from your dad congratulating you?
Yes, they were just on the phone, but I told them I'm in the party chat now. Even my grandma was watching.
Oh, wow.
Shall I
Yeah,
apologize to
no.
your grandmother for having to listen to me for an hour?
No, man, she's used to it because her partner watches Formula One every weekend, so she has to sit and watch as well. So, yeah.
Great. So are you racing on Thursday with the guys?
I'm keen. I'll be ready. I don't think I'll be good, though, because I'm in the controller, but it's fine.
Who hasn't told us any thoughts yet? Do we have any quiet, shy people here?
Is Destiny in the chat?
No. Ashley is deep.
And also sorry to all the ladies that are bummed.
Anya.
You're in trouble. Come here.
Dino.
Hold on.
Wat het ek nou weer gedoen?
Dino, how do you bolt down your steering wheel that it comes off during the race? Huh?
Bro, if my wife is not afraid of me, it should tell you something.
For someone in construction, I'm very disappointed.
I haven't even been able to pull this thing off, brother.
Hoekom gal jy op jou vrou, Dean?
If she takes that, because she can do 138s and 137s, 7 laps in a row. But when there's people around her, she brakes to a park and let the people pass her. Or if she's busy passing them, she releases the throttle, brakes, and now you can go.
So it means she's not like you that bumps Subarus off at Interlagos.
No, you're supposed to shove them off the track. I mean, we were shoved off twice. I knew rubbing was like a fun. But also that TT lagged a bit, so it was very difficult for us because when she's next to us, it's ahead of us, side of us. So we never knew inside, outside as well. So,
No, saw
but it's
that
fun.
lag
I
and
mean,
there's a big gap on the screen, but then the car jumped and the other car spun from the screen
yes,
view.
exactly. Because we didn't know what was going on because she drove straight through us, and then obviously
Twice.
my wife didn't know what's going on, and she freaked out, literally twice. Yes,
we've all
ourselves
been
and that TT had a lack of battle for a long time, but every time my wife can brake, she just literally brakes until she stops and says go, and then she goes.
I believe you're
but-
giving instructions and probably cost her a second a lap with distraction.
I think
Yeah,
so
most
too.
probably, I'm sure. My distractions definitely cost her a second.
So
If I try and walk away, come here, tell me.
No, the next race you banned to the garage. Or the
She
kitchen,
won't allow
actually.
that, unfortunately.
Steven?
The kitchen's fine.
I see
our
we have
race
our
winner
winner
is-
joined us.
Yes.
Just before we go there, Dean, chat box Monday night, we're going to have a guest winner on your show. Is that right?
That's fine.
Okay.
More than fine. I'm sure Ruan or Kalen Pace is working on that now. So, Mr. Pace, yes, prepare the interview questions, brother, please, for the winner of this race.
And anyone else watch Dino's chat box on YouTube, Dino Cantino on Monday nights?
Annalise, can you hear
That
us?
should be fun. That should be fun. If someone can just send us a moment or two of a replay of a 10 seconds moment or funny thing that you saw, we can also feature that on the show.
I think it was about an hour.
Please include my wife in one.
Annalise, are you there?
Okay. Alright guys, let me jump off, give the ladies their attention.
Cheers, Dean.
Cheers, brother.
Annalise, kan jy ons hoor? Congratulations, well done.
How was that for you? So, the first question is, where are you going to put that trophy?
And have you told Deval that he's not going to be using his PlayStation anymore?
Do you have any tips for us ladies? I did 5 times. I will try that next time.
Yeah, awesome. I
We
think
must all buy nappies.
Yes, I agree.
Wear it and do a long haul.
Nappies and a backpack of tequila. That's happening in my next race.
What do you call those backpacks with a cool drink
Straw.
attached to it? What do you call
Camelback.
it?
Yes.
A camel pack. Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
I did ask if we were allowed to drink and drive.
hopefully
Yeah,
we're
with
going
wine
to
in
be
it.
practicing, and we'll be most likely sending out some info. Josh will do another survey type thing to you guys over the next few days. Who's keen to go again?
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Dave,
Okay,
definitely.
Definitely.
But this what time we need 2 weeks notice.
Definitely.
Yes, please.
Other cars on the tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the rain, tell Dino that it's in the rain at Spa in a GR3 car with no assists.
In the rain with a GR3 car with no assists.
Tell Steve
That's
you can
easy.
fly a kite. I knew it was you said that.
He says you must go fly a kite.
I knew it was Steve.
He knows it's Steven.
Yeah. Definitely. Vanna still around? Is Vanna on, or is it Mrs. Vanna?
No, it's Vanna on.
Okay.
I think Liesel is still angry at me for making her do this. She's still recovering.
Oh, she'll have to just give her a stable internet connection so she doesn't get
Exactly.
kicked
So
off
she's.
halfway next time.
It's my fault that the internet went down. So
Ooh. Someone's in the dog box. Yeah, that's it from me. Anyone else got any questions or comments? I haven't seen much on the stream.
no, I think we'll be in touch on the WhatsApp group. Ladies, please don't leave it yet. We want to send out that survey and then we'll take it further from there. But we'll definitely do this again soon.
And
Cool.
thank you to
Thanks,
thank you
guys.
to every single one of
Thanks,
you.
everyone.
Thank you
Cheers.
for taking part in this. It was awesome.
Yeah, thanks for
Thanks for
organizing,
the
guys.
opportunity.
Thank you.
Be on
Cheers,
time.
everybody. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.